Yo, movie bots. Welcome to another Seer 44 production. This is G-Reg. This is my wife. Say your name.
Imani.
And we're going to be talking to you today about Sinners. Yeah. Okay, so this is our first movie review. Imani?
Yes.
Imani's being really unentertaining. So we're going to do it again. Imani?
Yes. What? I'm being professional.
This is unacceptable. She's like Siskel and Ebert. Not entertaining. Anyway, going forward, this is our first movie review. I am Gregory. You can call me Greg. Karan used to call me G-Reg. I like that better. So I'll be G-Reg. I'm Tron 44. I am the owner of Seer 44 Productions. Yes, I talk like Trump sometimes. Yes, I am an entertainer. Yes, I am an artist. I do art. Not the fake art, the real art. Imani.
Hi, this is what I deal with on a daily basis.
And we are going to delve right into what we saw watching Sinners. The format, all right? If you saw Skull and Bones, I am not a worshiper of the devil at all. So we're talking about Sinners.
Are you a pirate?
I'm not a pirate, but I did go to a place and get this hoodie where pirates once were, Savannah, Georgia. I can't show you the back. That's not about my thing. I look at it from the standpoint of, as a believer, I wear death. Death doesn't wear me. Just like you wear a mink. The mink doesn't wear you. That makes sense. If it doesn't, whatever. Now let's keep going. So we're going to deal with this in three ways, Monty. Say 3 ways. 3 ways. Now, oh my God. I hope that's not taken the wrong way. Anyway, three ways. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, no. Okay, that was a blooper. We're going to keep it in, though. Anyway, we're going to deal with this in 3 ways. So every time we review a movie, we're going to deal with it as a fan, a critic, and then we're going to deal with it spiritual. So, for me, as a fan of the movie, I really loved all of the cinematography. For those of you who don't know, I was once in a cinematography course. It kind of turned into filmography. I dropped out, but I learned a good deal. I've always appreciated good cinematography, and I really love when you have these nice sprawling shots. And you get a lot of that in Sinners because they use the IMAX format. I love the editing process as well. So the movie was well edited. Like, it was almost like flawless. I don't think you could find a skip in the movie at all. And then I'm big into music. So the sound, especially in 4DX, insane.
Yes.
Right? So that was one of the things that I really enjoyed out of Sinners. And here's my caveat. I really feel like Michael B. Jordan did his best performance because it felt like Smoke and Stack were 2 unique people.
Yeah.
Okay? So that is my take as a fan. Imani, what was your take as a fan?
My take as a fan, I love the acting. I really did like how Michael B. Jordan really just defined both characters because he was playing both parts. I loved everyone on the cast. They did an amazing job. And we kind of sort of worked with them before.
In Creed 2.
As
Michael B. Jordan came on the set and he said, "Good morning, everybody." Then he went right back to his serious self.
Yes, he was very professional. That was really nice. But yeah. I'm sure that he's always professional and always very nice and always does a great job in everything that he does. So I was a huge fan of the acting. It's just what we do also, because that's a background of ours, especially of mine, because I have lots of training of it. But that's my take on it.
Yes, so that's the fan perspective. From the critic perspective, I have really no bad critiques of this movie. When you rewatch a movie or you see a movie however many times, and you're like, you can find something every time you watch it. I feel that way about the Avengers movies. I feel that way about Harry Potter movies.
Yeah.
You know you have something that is flawless, something that can draw you back. And that's what I feel like with Sinners, because I thought about it. I said, man, I wonder how many directions he could go with this. If he wanted to create a Sinners franchise, he could. Yeah. Because you think about it, what would it be like to have Smoke and Stack in a miniseries? From the time they were kids, to the time they went to the war, to the time they went to Chicago, to their transition back, and we know what happens in the movie. Yeah. It's like, hold up. And then Stack survives. We talking about 1930s to present day, or 92. Yeah. Hold up. That's another miniseries. Mary, another mini. It's just like there's so many layers. Yeah. So that was the part where, like, as a critic, I'm like, yo, they could go everywhere with this. Yeah. There's too many directions they could go with this. You know, and that's why I was just so amazed. Like, I don't have nothing critical. All I'm like wondering now is, what's next? Imani, what did you think from a critical perspective?
I kept thinking, honestly, about the Native Americans, because even if they do a sequel of it and they go into the 90s, there could be a Native American. They could maybe have like the, what am I trying to say? The wolf, not the wolf.
The wolf?
Them being wolves.
Are you talking about Brotherhood of the Wolf?
No. But I wasn't going that direction.
Are you talking about Twilight? Them being wolves. She got to be a Twilight fan. She's talking about Jacob.
No, I was just thinking of like a Native American like going into the 90s and like trying to track them because they were hunting them. They were hunting the
Oh, you talking about a series where
or a sequel.
I don't want to say the tribe's name wrong, so I won't say it.
Yeah.
Someone who could be in the sequel.
Yeah.
Or some type of miniseries, and there's a Native American pursuing them like the Hunter. If you guys ever seen that series or heard of that interesting YouTube channel, Strange But True Stories, Tales from the Dark Side, the Light Side, and the Other Side.
Werewolf, that's what I was trying to say. Werewolf.
The Hunter. She's talking about that in Sinners as a miniseries.
Not as a miniseries, as a sequel. That's what I was thinking.
Number 2, part 2, 2 times, Poopy Poo. Now, third thing, most important thing, spiritual. The part that we call the scene. That was very interesting because it reminded me of the fact that you have an eternal present. And when you go into the eternal present, the past, the present, and the future are all one. That's what that reminded me of. And I know people looked at it and some people saying, oh, they were summoning demons. I was like, well, hold on, those are actual people. The people are demons? I think you might be missing the point. Sometimes even a movie that is shrouded in darkness is, guess what? A movie that still may allude to a spiritual principle that we all might overlook. Think about it from the Revelation standpoint, right? You look at the book of Revelation. John is seeing this vision over thousands of years ago, right? I don't say hundreds of years ago. I don't want to be too incorrect. So, hundreds of years ago. And it hasn't happened yet, but in heaven it's happened. Think about that. It's happened in heaven, but it hasn't happened down here. So in the eternal realm, there's an eternal present. That's what the scene reminded me of. So spiritually speaking, somebody's on to something. Ryan, you're on to something. And not Griffin, Ryan Coogler. You're on to something. Baby, what you got for the spiritual?
Well, for the spiritual, like what we have discussed before, and like, I don't know if anyone saw the movies, the Disney movie Soul, where they're like in their element.
I didn't see it.
Okay, well, when people are in their element as though they're playing basketball, they're playing music,
Hoops.
Or they're like anything like that, it just seemed like the girls dancing, the people dancing, the different tribes that were dancing, they were all in their element. So they didn't know where they were. And now, but they all knew they're all there together. That's why, what was his name? Sammy. He didn't realize.
Sammy!
He didn't realize that his music was that powerful. And what do they call that?
What do they call what? The people?
No.
Different
the people,
names.
People that...
All I remember is they said Philly. And I'm from
Yeah.
Philly. But I don't know about anything else. Everything else was like African names and stuff. And
we know them as psalmists.
Oh, yes, we do call them psalmists, yes. You know, well, for those of you who don't know what a psalmist would be considered, because a lot of you might be traditional Christian, what have you, in the fivefold ministry, and beyond fivefold, let's just say the aspects of the church that believe in the spiritual gifts,
Mm-hmm.
there are individuals we consider psalmists who have a gift for inviting the presence of the Lord in a way that overwhelms everybody. They're very unique and different. I'm just going to put a name out there. Neil Chambers. You know who you are. Okay. Anyway, babe.
Yeah. So that's what it reminded me of soul. And then it's just like the influence of the blues into all of different music, into like hip hop, into like R&B, because the B in R&B is blues, is rhythm and blues. So all of that, they're like dancing, they're in the music, they're singing. Like if you hear the song, you hear like funkadelic songs. Then you hear also Roxanne. All of them are in their element. They're probably closing their eyes.
Roxanne, when did you hear that?
I heard that. You hear, listen back to the music. You hear Roxanne.
I heard a Run DMC-esque type of thing, but all right.
Yeah, you hear all different types of music throughout the years. They're all in their element, but they don't even know that they're all together.
You might lean forward a little bit. There it is. Okay. And that was it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so we gave our 3 points, right? What did I say? Oh, what did I say? Lord have mercy. Okay.
Run the tape.
Nope, not run the tape. There's nowhere to go. We're stranded in the present.
Oh,
and
man.
Jesus must help us now. Because I forgot. Lord, help you. No, I was about to say slave. Let's stop. All right. Long story short. All right, we had 3 points we made. Okay? Made a point as a fan, as a critic, and a spiritual point about the movie.
Yes.
So now we transition to our closing. This is my questions for Ryan Coogler, because this is something I really feel like he's probably really thought about. Or maybe he didn't.
Maybe.
Ryan, did you think about Skip James when you were making this movie? Because Skip James has this interesting song about the Killing Floor Blues. And when I tell you, it just entirely connects with 1934 Mississippi, Clarksville, Mississippi. It just does, bro. And it's weird I'm mentioning Skip because, you know, he was born in Mississippi, Delta blues guy, got rediscovered in the 60s, passed away here in Philly. But I'm listening, I'm like, man, like the music of Sammy is really like Skip James. So I don't know if you knew about Skip James, Ryan, but is this type of music that Sammy was making, does it connect to Skip? Did you have Skip James in mind? If not, you should check him out. It's really dope. Monty, you had something extra you wanted to ask Ryan? Ryan Coogler. Yeah.
Yes, if you think about that Native American idea, we are here.
Imani, we're not doing that.
I am, though.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
We are here.
Yes. Just like Negroes to try to jump in people's films.
I just wasn't trying to jump.
All right. That's how we close it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if you liked our take and you want to hear more from us, you gotta subscribe to the channel.
Yes.
This is the beginning of many to come.
Yes.
Tomorrow we go to see Thunderbolts. And I'm going to be trying to document our journeys to the movies, the purchasing of the tickets, wherever we go and all of that good stuff. And then I'm going to post our review of the movie itself.
Yes.
I don't want to look at the critics' review yet. I did that with Sinners. And, of course, we're doing our own now. I feel like we're late. But with Thunderbolts, we're going to give our own review. If it sucks, we'll let you know. If it's good, we'll let you know. But for Sinners, our recommendation is a 2 thumbs up on my end. 2 thumbs up on Imani's end. Thank you for tuning in to Seer 44 Productions, and we are out.